Alright, welcome back to another episode. So today we're doing a fillet and cook or flathead. So I know this has been requested by a few people in the comments. So today we went out, caught 2 flatties and a herring. I've already filleted the herring. It's basically the same as a tailor, or the bull herring anyway. You just whack the fillets off, cut the bone and the ribcage out, done. So we're going to get the flatties underway. I'll get them filleted. I'll do the first one as like a guide, and I'll do the second one real quick. They're not the biggest. The smaller ones are easier to do, which is good for today because it is a real pain in the ass. If you've ever done it, you'll know getting that skin off. It's not fun. So let's get into it. So these are the 2 flatties we caught today, 40 and a 39. So I think we'll start with the 40. Bit of sand and crap all over it, so we'll just yeah. And just a little side note, the way I dispatch these guys, same way I dispatch any fish, slit the throat, gill it, pop the neck back, bleed it out. Do that for any fish I catch. So you get some paper towels for this. You're going to need them because these guys are super slimy, even when they're dead. Now, when you're handling these guys, you need to be really careful. Where are they? Oh, the barbs on this guy aren't that big. Don't know if you can see them in the video. But yeah, if you get hit by those barbs, the little 2 barbs there, either side, you're going to be in a world of hurt. They're still venomous. The venom won't kill you, obviously. It's just going to make you bleed a lot, and it's going to really hurt. So yeah, don't get stung, basically. So hopefully you guys can see in the camera. So essentially, you want to go. They got 2 fins here, 1, 2. We're gonna go grab behind the second fin, just like that. Try and get both of them. So just like that, and then we're just gonna slice straight in, just down on like a 45-degree angle, just like that. We're gonna cut up here towards the spine. You're going to tilt your knife kind of like on an angle like that, just so it's facing towards, so it's flat but still facing towards the spine. And then you're just going to start pushing it basically. Try not to cut it, just push. And hopefully we miss all the guts. Looks like we're going straight through the guts with this one, guys. Be careful with knives. We're back, got a band-aid on. That was inconvenient, so there we go. That's where we wanted to be. And normally you just put your hand like that and pull through, just like that. But you want to stop just before you get to the end of the tail. We actually got a little bit of guts on that. And you pull it back like this, a little bit more. And you kind of just go in there like that, but don't cut through it. Because what we want to do is kind of pull it back. If you stuff this up, it gets really hard, and I always stuff this part up. So hopefully, we don't stuff this part up. There we go, like that. You're gonna just start pulling it. So you're not really cutting; you're kind of just like pulling the meat. There we go. And once you get a good little bit, so a little flab like that. Now, we get our paper towel, and you just grab it and start pulling the meat. Just a little bit at a time, nice and slow. You're kind of just separating that skin from the meat just like that. And it just helps with paper towel. Now there is going to be some meat that gets left, and what I normally do is just kind of cut that off and sashimi it. And when you get about halfway, you literally just pull it. See how that meat's coming off? And all those bones in there, in the rib cage, and all the little bones are going to come out. They're all going to get left in the meat. So when you get to here, it gets a bit tricky because you see all these bones? So you kind of just do one side at a time. Just pull it. Just like that. bit of a pain, but you basically just half that and you've got your little fillet. Not the biggest. Now the meat that's left on this, we'll pull this off now. Alright, so all this meat that's kind of left in here, you can cut that out, or you can throw it. It's full of bones. We got all the meat. See the rib cages there. But this meat, I like to just pull it out. It's going to be hard with one finger all bunged up. Just like that. And I'll turn this into sashimi. If you haven't had flathead sashimi, you should definitely try it. If you found a sashimi, bit of soy sauce and wasabi. It's really, really good. It's like really sweet, just fresh white meat. I'll just run the knife along there like that. Because yeah, there's not much meat on flatheads. And yeah, I don't like to waste, so I will use this. And there we go. Hardly any meat left on that. Throw that in the bin. Now, this part here is full of bones, so you can kind of poke around, feel it. It's full of bones. So we'll cut that up into sashimi. This part here, there's bones here and on the other side, so we can literally just go down like that. And then underneath it, there's actually not much on this one. So that bit there I'll throw because that's mainly just rib cage. We'll cut that. Throw that. So yeah, the little bits here I'll chop up into sashimi, and that'll be amazing. Now, with the actual flathead fillet, you can just cook it like that, but I like to half it. Just go straight down the middle. Separate it like that. Now you've got two little fillets. And we can then just half them as well. So they're nice little bite-sized kind of strips. Cool. Now let's do the other side. Always be careful though, guys. When you grab it, you don't want to get spiked. Because that spike's going to hurt a hell of a lot worse than cutting yourself with a fillet knife, I'll tell you that much. And now we're getting there. Same deal. Behind those two fins. You just run that blade straight through, 45-degree angle. Oh, they're so slimy, you guys. Right down the rib cage there. Flip the knife around, so it's like that, on an angle against the ribs. This guy's really tough to cut. I don't know why he's being so annoying. I'm super careful about this knife now, I don't want to get cut again. There we go. And kind of once you get past that stomach, it gets a lot easier. You just basically drag the knife. You don't really cut, you just drag it all the way to the end. Stop at the very end there. No, well, I stuffed that side up, didn't I? This is unedited, guys, unfiltered. There you go. That's her. Whack that in the bin. Now normally we'll make like a soup or something out of a fish frame, but yeah, flathead, I don't know about that. Probably not. Now see how I've stuffed this up and we've taken it off. This is going to be a right pain, so I'm just going to take a little strip off there. Just so we can start getting that going. And just kind of pinch it. So just pinch the end like that. Get the knife in. And you just want to start like, you don't want to cut, you want to drag it. Just slide the knife up and down. Drag it just to get it started. Keeping that pressure down. Because you don't want to cut through this skin. If you cut through this skin, you're going to have a world of hurt. You're going to have to, I don't even know what you're going to do, mate. You're just going to be not like a knife, I'll tell you that. Try and get as much meat as you can like that. Now that's started again. So we've got that little flap. We literally, you can probably do this without a paper towel. I find it a lot easier to do with a paper towel. You literally just drag it like that. Yeah. So you see here how we've got that little bit of meat kind of caught on the edge. What we'll do with that is you just get your knife again and get that bit going again. Just like that. And now you can start pulling it again. And we stuff that up. Cut that in half. There's a fillet. So now that we've stuffed it, we'll just start again, doing the same thing. So just start it, start dragging. A lot of the meat here is the rib anyway, so we're just going to go right across. You got a big slab of meat here, but remember there's a big rib cage in there, so we're going to cut that out. So we just go like in the center, angle it down, cut. There's a nice little fillet. Other side, same deal. Use a knife to try to find out where the bones are. Straight down. Straight down and then across. There we go. Boneless. Actually, there's a little bone in there. Pull that out. And the rest here is full of bones. Again, you can sashimi this up if you really want. I don't really like wasting them, so I will sashimi it. So that's how much meat we got off one 40cm flatty. So not a lot. Doesn't look like a lot. That'll feed like one person. So yeah. There's not a lot of meat on the flatties. So if you are going to take them, at least make sure they're, you know, above like, you know, they're in that 35 to 40 mark, and get 2 or 3 of them. Otherwise it's just going to be a waste of the fish really. So we've got our second one here. Same deal, this one's a little bit smaller. This was 39 centimeters. And I'm just going to run our blade in there like that. Oh, this one's slimy as. Straight down. I'll just do this one a bit quicker, just to get out of the way. Just run that blade in there. Once we get past the skin, I'm going to get cut with my knife again here. Yeah, once we get past there, you can kind of just hold it down and pull, or you can just hold here and pull. But just be careful, because that blade's going to want to run. There we go. Oh, this one feels like there's more meat on it. This one's smaller. It actually looks smaller, but the meat's a lot chunkier on it. That's crazy. It's the same deal with the other one. I'll just wash the scales of the knife. Just going to start it and then peck it away. Start stretching it away. Now I've seen guys where people will take the skin off in one motion, but I found this way is the most reliable way, because if you stuff that up, you're screwed, mate. You're going to be trying to cut the skin off them, and it's just, they're so fiddly, and this skin just like sticks like it's crazy. And you can't do that with the bigger ones. Like with the big ones, you can only get it started and pull. Like if you try and cut it, you're going to miss it because they're so fat. And then you're going to have like a bit of white skin hanging off there. So you get to about there, where it starts getting hard to cut. Grab our paper towel again, and we'll start pulling. So if you can get in one motion, a lot of the meat comes off nice and easy. Like, look at that side, it's just straight off. And then we've got a bit of meat here in the rib cage, so we'll cut that out and sashimi it. So here's our fillet that just popped off that. Cut that in half. Yeah, this one's surprising. This one was a smaller fish, and it's got more meat on it. So weird. Alright, there we go, rib cage there. Well, there's a bit of meat left on there. As you can see, guys, I don't like wasting the meat off any fish really. So See there's bones in it, just pull that away, put that in the bin. Sashimi. Sashimi. And the bones in this one, we're just going to cut 45 degrees into it on this way. And that's a little fillet there. And this can go in the bin, or you can, if you want, you could cook this. It's just full of really, really annoying bones. So. And that's our skin, meat free. Now most of the time you can do this without getting the guts everywhere. It's only that first one that's really ever happened on. Normally the guts stay intact. I'll try to start pulling that. See how I'm kind of just pulling it? So I'm holding the frame and just pulling it till you get about halfway. Oh no, stuff that up. Anyway, we'll whack that frame in the bin. And now we're left with that, so we can just start pulling that skin off. Paper towel, grab the meat with the paper towel, skin in your other hand, and just start pulling it a little bit at a time. There we go. Nice fillet there. And the rest is left on there. We'll do the same thing. We'll pull that off. Half that. There is our meatless bit of lizard skin. Cool sashimi, and this bit can go in the bin. That's that. That's the produce out of 2 flatties, so a 39 centimeter and a 40 centimeter. So, you know, it's not a lot, but this meat's super tasty. We're basically just going to flour this, bit of salt and pepper, in some butter, and cook it for like, 6 to 8 minutes. See how we go. So yeah, I'm going to get this in the fridge for now. Need to sort out my finger, it's still pissing out with blood. And then we're going to flour this up and get cooking. So now, I'm just going to put a bit of flour on this. That's all you need, just a bit of flour. You can pancake crust it if you want, but yeah, I can't really be bothered. So if you haven't seen the actual catch video, check it out, it's on YouTube, I'll put a link up above. So yeah, let's get into this. Super easy, guys. Get your pan. Get nice and hot. Not too hot. And then we're gonna basically, this is like wholemeal flour. You can use anything really, it doesn't matter. Just gonna sprinkle it on really. Sprinkle a bit of flour on there. Just a little bit like that. And now we're just going to toss it around, make sure it's nice and evenly coated. Just like that. Now, at this point you can whack your salt and pepper in there. I'm not going to do that. I'll prefer whack it on later when we eat it. And yeah, it's just going to look like that. Alright, so you do want to use actual butter. So I'll just use this butter. Block about that size should do it. Little flatheads. Nothing real exciting, but it's the meat flavour. It's just so delicious and flaky, and it's good. So you want to melt your butter like that. Let's go flatty. Start whacking them in. Now this is about medium to high temperature, I think it is. Yeah, it's about halfway medium. You don't want to be too high. Get a little twirl around like that. Alright, now this will cook for maybe about, I don't know, 6 to 8 minutes, something like that. You can time it, whatever. I normally just watch it. Once one side goes brown, flip it over. You'll know because it'll start being flaky and it'll just look delicious. That's how you know it's good. Alright, so we'll start flipping them again. See how they're browning and not burning? That's what you want. Alright guys, so it's probably been about 4 minutes now. Flipped them a few times. So I'm just going to take the smaller ones off and we'll leave the little bits there for a tiny bit longer. And yeah. Alright, we'll give that a go. Beautiful. Lovely. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Kind of stuffed that filleting process up, but you know, that's how it is every time. So yeah, if you like this shit, like and subscribe for more. Peace.